Gentlemen, it's a foggy day in Bastone, probably much like it was during those overcast days. It's been like this ever since I came in, driving in yesterday from Brussels. So I'm entering the 101st. This is the second time I shot it. Last time the camera wasn't at the right angle and I was swearing all the time. So Paul, if you want to do the edit, that's fine. In the hall here, there are a number of photographs of Americans. This has a slow tilt on it, a slow pan. So now we'll go in. Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Okay.
Merci beaucoup. So, this is the first room. The first thing I come to here is Patton. Here he's awarding the DSC, Distinguished Service Cross. My father was 76, was attached to Patton. They came to relieve. So my father was just south of here 80 years ago. I'm just here to remember his service. Over here, we have some American equipment. Looks like a couple of M1s down there. An old radio. Yeah. Look at that old walkie-talkie there in the corner. There's the old kit. There's the 101st Infantry Regiment, Parachute Regiment sign up there on the wall. And I believe again that's McAuliffe. And there's a sign we all know. So this is slowly going to pan with me. It's very slow. And over here is, I guess this is the order of battle. Tenth Armored Division. My father wasn't here during the siege. He came up with Patton from the south. His unit was south of Bastone in Dietrich. And from here, they went on to Ardennes, where I'm going to go next. There's an old D ration, World War II. U.S. Army field ration. Oh, I'm sure that was good. There's a whole case of rations. You guys want to eat that shit? There's some American insignias here. Look at that old silver, $2 silver. 1889 on that one. There's a really nice knife to get your work done. Fits right in your hand. So, this was the front line. It says in December 44. So, I know the X's, they mark the west wall. And I believe the blue line is where we were. You see that initially we did come into Bastone. The 7th, 8th Corps, 1st Army with Hodges, And up in Liège, there's a cemetery there, I believe. And then here, this shows the penetration. The red line shows as deep as they got. And from what I understand, the first town that was assaulted was Echternach right here. So my father was with Patton here down the Third Army in Dietrich. And then once they were relieved, my father went to Echternach and assaulted across the Saar River into Germany proper with the 76th Infantry, 304th Infantry Battalion. If anybody wants to read this, Hitler chose the sector of Ardennes, a front weakly defended by 4 infantry divisions and 1 armored division, the 4th, the 28th, the 99th, and the 106th, and the 9th Armored Division. The German plan was to, I think it was to seize Antwerp. So, on January 25, 1945, the Battle of the Bulge was over, but liberty had been paid in the price of blood. 3,300 losses from the Airborne, 10th Armored Division, 670. During the Battle of the Bulge, we lost 80,000 men. The Wehrmacht lost 110,000 men, and 4,000 civilians were murdered, probably by the Germans. That's what they do. Again, over here, now this is the order of battle of the 101st. Over here, we have Harvard man milks cows of war widow during the Battle of Bastone. Captain Thomas Jefferson Duffield. He's an alumni of mine. I went to the night school, but I still got a BA. There's my father's camels. He liked Pall Mall. There's a flare gun down there. And malted milk tablets. How about that? This is a memorandum received from the 101st Luxembourg, used but serviceable kraut disinfected, which I guess we turned the town over to them, to the police. He said it was used but serviceable and it was disinfected from all the krauts. You got a spare parachute there. Now, gentlemen, I believe that's 101st. Right there, that's their insignia. Over here, there's General McAuliffe, whose response was nuts. And the Germans said, "Was ist nuts? Was ist nuts?" They got it. And look at this. Sad sack. Maybe this was one of the first books written. And then there's a Christmas message. What's merry about all this, I ask you? We're fighting, it's cold, and we aren't home. All true, but we have the proud Eagle Division accomplished with its worthy comrades in the 101st, 705th Tank Battalion, and all the rest. To U.S. Commander, the encirclement of Bastone. The fortune of war is changing. This time the USA forces in and near Bastone have been encircled by strong German units. armored units. More German armored units have crossed the river or near Otherville and have taken Marsh and reached St. Herbert by passing through these French towns in the Germans' chance. So this was the German request for surrender. There is only one possibility to save the encircled U.S. troops from total annihilation. That is the honorable surrender of the encircled town. In order to think it over, a term of 2 hours will be granted with the presentation of this note. If the proposal shall be rejected, 1 German artillery corps and heavy 6 battalions are ready to annihilate the USA troops in and near Bastone. The order for firing will be given immediately after this 2-hour term. All civilian losses caused by this artillery would not correspond well with the known American humility. The German commander received the following reply December 22nd, 44. To the German commander, nuts. The American commander. The Allied troops are counterattacking in force. We continue to hold Bastone. By holding Bastone, we assure the success of Allied armies. We know our division commander, General Taylor, will say, well done. We are giving our country and our loved ones at home a worthy Christmas present, and being privileged to take part of this gallant feat of arms are truly making ourselves a Merry Christmas. McAuliffe commanding. So there's the nuts. So I think that was reprinted and handed out to the troops. And there's McAuliffe kicking the Germans out in the ass saying nuts. There's a Nazi there. Over here, we have an old soldier that returned. Airborne. There's his walking stick. This is Vincent J. Speranza. He was 101st. During the Battle of Bastone, he went to the regimental aid station, deployed to St. Peter's Church to visit a wounded comrade. Joe Willis asked him for something to drink. Vincent found an abandoned hamlet and filled his helmet with beer for his wounded brothers in arms. The airborne beer was born. And there he is when he returned. Not a young man anymore. Still a handsome guy. Here in the wall is a video presentation. My train ain't going anywhere. There's an American soldier hunkering down. He got an axe in his hand. He was chopping firewood. I don't know that gun. Is that a German gun? Up here we have some of the patches of the units. Now, that right there, it's Edelweiss. That was the mountain, the Schutzstaffel, the SS mountain troops carried that out. I'd seen that before. What they would do is they would climb up into the mountains and actually capture alive and bring it back. And that looks like a German Purple Heart. It's a German wounded badge. Now, original Waffen SS rank I believe that was given to people who had took part in the beer hall push in Munich. And then we have some airborne patches here. Luftwaffe, so his hat. Again, Luftwaffe. I don't know all that. Now, this is a German 88, I think. My father said when those hit the trees, the splinters of the wood would kill you. There's a 25-year service. So somebody's better. And this is a German Knight's Cross. Some tobacco. German belt buckles. These all laid off. Over here, well, this is some stuff that was manufactured. And as you can see, it is the 80th anniversary. This is some stuff that they sell here. Now, this is a simulation of a couple of Americans here. These boys here, they're calling in smart field artillery. My father called it mail. My father was with Cannon Company, and I saw images of him with this weapon right here. And then they got someone standing guard over them. You can hear him talking. It was snowing. Now we're going down to the bomb shelter. This is obviously a lot of rusted stuff that was picked up off the battlefield. It's a Nazi helmet, Nazi medic. See all this stuff, somebody's dog tags. William Hogan. Look at the pile of dog tags. They must have been LKIA. And these were found later on in the woods. There's a German machine gun all rusted up. Everything here is probably retrieved after the battle. Probably picked up in the forest. And here's an aid station. There's a medic over there trying to save that guy's life. This guy's bringing in someone else wounded right there. See him? So, okay, this matches a scene in there because this is all the equipment that a medic would be carrying, an American medic. Gauze, plane, tourniquet, burn injury set, safety pins, bandages. So this would have been an aid station. Some cases for ammo. Over here, no, this is a water-cooled machine gun. And I don't know if these are American or German bazookas. I don't even know if that's an American weapon. I see there's two Nazi helmets here. Those are Americans. First lieutenant, I would have taken that off. So this is a water-cooled machine gun. If anyone knows if this is an American one or not, I don't. So here we're going into the aid station. So he's a priest giving this guy possibly last rites, just praying for him. Don't know. Over here, Look at that guy's face. They're trying to save him. It looks like he's conscious, no anesthesia. The guy over in the corner there, he's already lost his leg. This guy's tagged. He's going home.